Greetings, Chef Fia Monroe here, aka Mama Shafia. I want to talk to you about postpartum care and how practicing African American postpartum care can make a difference in maternal mortality and maternal morbidity. I want to talk to you about how using the book, Mothering the Mother, African American Postpartum Traditions, Recipes, and Healing makes a difference. And if you can see back here, I have the picture on the wall. A quick fun fact, the artist Sabri sent the picture to me. She actually, of course, oil painted it and sent it to me as a gift. So I absolutely love having this picture in my office. When I see the book and the picture, it's always makes me so excited and so happy. It's such a great picture to go into what I'm going to talk about, which is how practicing and mothering the mother can make a difference. So right now, we know that 6% of deaths happen in the postpartum period. The other 40% happen during someone's pregnancy. But once the baby's born, we have an increase in maternal mortality by 60%. 45% happens the day of the delivery. So 45% of mothers will not make it the day they give birth that day. The other 8% is within 2 weeks. So from the birth to the first 2 weeks, we have also an increase in the mother not making it. And that goes all the way up to the 42nd day or 6 weeks, and then will continue up to 1 year. There's a lot of things that we're doing, have been doing well to talk about what we can do to save mothers' lives. For black women, for black mothers, it's a different situation because along with having physiological problems like preeclampsia or maybe a cardiovascular problem or, they say smoking or, the weight size, those type of things, there are a lot of factors that are physiological that we're working on. There's also policy. But what we're also seeing is that there's also, even for the mom who is considered of good health status, still we're seeing for black women an increase. And that's because black women, we experience chronic discrimination and stress from discrimination, implicit bias, straight out racism on a daily basis. It's not just in the hospital, you all. We experience everywhere we go. It's at work. It's when we bring our children to daycare. It's when we bring our children to a private school that we pay for. It's when we bring our child to the public school. It's when we go shopping. It's when we go to the airport. When we go to get food. It's just in the air of the United States. That is a chronic stress. In our doula training, we show the movie that I recommend you all should go look it up. It's free. It's called When the Bow Breaks. It's about infant mortality. It says the same thing. Why are black women who have a six-figure, higher education, in the right marital status that this country says to be healthy, still have a higher rate of having premature babies who don't live to see their first birthday? That same piece was about chronic stress, the adrenal glands putting out too much cortisol, and other factors that has the baby coming out too soon. Those same factors of cortisol and all the stress also affects the whole pregnancy, which leads into stress for the postpartum period. My point is that with Mothering the Mother, by reading this book, by reading the 12th chapter in this book, there are things that you can do today to help a mother have a better outcome in a postpartum experience. Because if someone's experiencing stress every day, the things that I list in that book are things that are going to help. Right off the bat, lying in, resting. Resting helps the body calm down. It helps the systems get into place so that stress can become out of her body, leveled. Listen to her without judgment. Whatever she says she's experiencing, believing her, being sympathetic, mothering her. As the book says, mothering the mother, keeping her warm. Warm is a form of nurturing and healing. We want to do everything to get her homeostasis level again. We want to do everything to help her to feel relaxed so that her systems are working the way they should, that her mind is free, her breast milk is flowing, and she can bond. These things do make a difference. And so I encourage you to get the book because we can do something today. You can read this book of the 12 chapters. You can choose one thing that you want to do to mother this mother. I would love for you to do all 12 things, but if you just chose one thing or two things, you're going to see a difference in the mom. Whether it's the tea or the nourishing soups, wrapping her stomach, giving her massage, holding her hand and praying, keeping her hydrated, all those things will calm down her system because she's had 9 months of a lot of stress from being out there in the world carrying that baby. And now the baby's here. She needs our support to help her to be calm, to get that stress out of her body as much as possible so she can get through her postpartum period, not just surviving, but thriving. A full, dynamic, honorable recuperation. If we can get mom through the first 42 days, the first 6 weeks, then statistically things should improve. Get her to that first 12 months, and then she's home free. So I want to encourage you all to get the book and to read the book and to take one thing out of the book and practice it on the new mom in your life. You don't have to have children to read this book. It's just like we all know CPR, or we should. We all should know, how to do the Heimlich maneuver. These are things that we should know regardless. We don't have to be a doctor to know it. It's just basic survival, common sense things. So knowing how to take care of a new mom is very important. The new mother is the future. By her living and living well and caring for that baby, for the baby to thrive, we do create a better world. And so by getting the book, you can know what to do. If you wasn't sure what to do, now now in the book, there's ideas that have been written and proven from my ancestors that have been documented, evidence-based things that make a difference. So please get the book, read the book, enjoy the book. The book has had great reviews. I'm so excited. If you go to my Instagram and the stories, people constantly post, I have the book. It's changed my life. It's a game changer. I feel seen for the first time. It's incredible. The response has been just so amazing. It's so heartfelt for me because that was my goal. My goal was to write something that we could do something today, right now. We don't have to wait. We have policies in place. We're doing legislation. We're having conferences. These are all important things. But in the meantime, that mom just had the baby. Until things get where they should be, where discrimination is finally gone and everyone's being treated correctly, then in the meantime, you can massage that mom. You can do things that are going to help her in the privacy of her own home or even in that hospital until she gets home. So I want to thank you all for your support. I want to thank Erykah Badu for writing the foreword. Read the back of the book, just some of the things that they've said. Erykah Badu, a comprehensive exploration of postpartum traditions that emphasize the importance of nurturing mothers during their most vulnerable times. From traditional recipes to rituals, this book highlights sisterhood and the need for comprehensive care that honors both the mother and the newborn. Erykah Badu, 5-time Grammy Award winner, singer-songwriter, holistic healer. Billie Avery, founder of the Black Women's Health Imperative, says, this wonderful book is rooted in ancestral knowledge. It reminds us that to mother the mother is both a sacred healing and practice and a radical act of reclaiming life for Black women and their families. A must-read for mothers to be and for the women who care for them. I love that part. And for the people who care for them, the women, the men, the friends, the aunties, whoever cares for this new mom needs to have this information. The new mom needs this information because that way the new mom knows what she deserves. Michael Tweedy, coloring historian, he says, Mother the Mother is filled with cultural wisdom that we so desperately lack in modern society. This book feels like heart-to-heart elder wisdom delivered at the perfect time to save lives, relationships, and traditions. So we are excited about that. And that's Pat Tianzi said that, author of Thriving Postpartum. Michael Tweedy says, this brilliant, complete, compassionate work clearly gives Black women a blueprint for survival, thriving, and holistic joy. I like that. This is the blueprint, okay? A blueprint, like Erykah Badu said, this is also the postpartum Bible. All right, you all, get your Bible, get your blueprint, get your template, get your solution. You have a solution, something you can do. You can act right now. Flip a page open and sleep, the 7 sleep things. How to help a mother sleep with her baby safely so that she can get some rest. All right, you all. I can go on and on. This is my passion, this is my love. I just love what we can do. I'm so excited that this book is here. I'm so excited that we can go back and get what works and make it in the future. It's not also just ancestral, it's also current. Teach your daughters, teach yourself. We have empowerment, Kuki Chagalia, to name ourselves, to define ourselves, to do the action. To do the action. And this is service work, you all. It's not a burden. When you take care of a new mother and baby, you're getting a blessing. What is more important than taking care of a new life and that brought forth the life? What's more important than taking care of a new life and she who brought forth that life? You cannot, there's nothing that supersedes that, you all. That is God's work. That is our purpose, to care for one another. Let's find our purpose in uplifting the most sacred thing we have, which is a new mom and the baby. Because without them, there is no world. Okay? Test tube babies, they still have to come and be put into someone. So, with that said, you can get the book on Amazon. You can get it from bookstores. You can go to my website as a courtesy. I have 2 links there to make it easy for you. So you can get them there. There's also a link if you want to buy bulk for your school. I would love to see this book part of curriculums for midwifery schools, for nursing schools, for fathers programs, for doula programs, for women's studies, for Black history. There's so many places this book should be for us to know this information. It does need to be the Bible for postpartum care. I'm asking you all to help. Let's make some noise. Let's celebrate about this book and tell everyone that we want this book in our curriculum, in our houses, in our faith communities, and we can make a difference and save these moms' lives, all moms' lives. All right, you all. Thank you. Peace.